Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Trawler. So a few days ago, I did a video on coupes under £3,000, and we found lots of interesting stuff. Go and check that video out if you haven't seen it already. But today, I wanted to take a look at cars that are under £10,000. So again, coupes, two-door coupes, 7.5 grand to £10,000, petrol. And I've put from 1990 onwards, just because I don't really know sort of the real classics that well. Cars from sort of 60s, 70s, 80s. I don't know that much about. I'm better on stuff from the 90s onwards, just because of my age, really, and that's the sort of time when I was around to see these cars. So let's have a look at what we can get. First up, we got a Toyota MR2. So pretty cool car in that it is a mid-engined car. They don't have that much power. This one's fairly low miles. You might remember that some people would turn them into Ferrari replicas, like 355 replicas, things like that. But yeah, a good, well-balanced car. Although considering they're only about 120 horsepower, something like that, 10 grand does seem like quite a lot. But I guess it's that there's not that many of them around now, so they've starting to become rare. Porsche 968, 3-litre sport. I don't know a huge amount about these, but let's have a look. This one, 1994, 240 horsepower. Yeah, I mean, if you want a Porsche, this one says it's had the engine rebuilt recently. Has a leaking sunroof, but yeah, I mean, as a daily, probably not going to work, but as a weekend car, yeah, this could be great. Okay, let's keep looking. So Fiat Coupe Turbo, very nice, very special looking car, Pininfarina design, about 190 horsepower, just under 200 horsepower. So they're reasonably quick as well. XJS. I mean, this is a 1996 car. You look at it and you think, oh, that's a 70s or 80s car. But no, they kept making them right into the 90s. And this one's, it's not the 12 cylinder, it's 4 litre, so that would be a straight 6. But yeah, still nice looking car. Have such a big footprint considering that the cabin is quite tight, but they have this huge bonnet and big rear overhang. Mercedes-Benz CL 1997, the last proper Panzer wagon they've put in the description. Let's have a look at this then. So it's a 5-litre V8 with 320 horsepower. Yeah, basically just sort of like a coupe based upon the S-Class, isn't it? This one's got some scuffs. I mean, it's a big wafty luxury cruiser car. It's very much not a sports car, but you still got that V8 and reasonable amount of power. So could be a nice weekend car if you're the sort of person who likes to just kind of cruise around in comfort. An XK8 4-litre 8 series. Let's have a look at this. 1997 4.4 litre V8. Let's have a look. At the power, 286 horsepower. Yeah, so not super quick, but as it's quite a big car, but they are cool looking things, aren't they? Very 90s looking. Another Fiat Coupe Turbo. This one's in blue. Another CL. Another one. Another one. That one's got a 4.2 litre. These two both have 4.2s. Another Fiat Coupe. Another CL. 911, which we can't count in this video because it's a cab and we're only doing coupes in this video. Right, some XK8s. So this is an XKR, these two, which means they are supercharged. You can tell by the sort of bonnet vents that they have that extra power. So the non-R, the XK8, I think has just under 300 horsepower. The XKR, I think, has about 380, so it's about an extra 80 horsepower if I remember correctly. Let's have a little look. 370 horsepower, okay, extra 70 horsepower or so. Yeah, nice looking cars. Another Fiat Coupe, Honda Prelude. Let's have a quick look at that, just for the lols. 2.2. Let's see. I've never been in one of these. I've seen many around. 197 horsepower. I wonder if that's a VTEC engine. VTI, yeah, probably. Don't know a lot about them, other than on Smith and Sniff they do the, Believe 2.2 thing. 2 Series with black wheels. Don't like black wheels, but that's the sort of thing that you could use as a daily, because it will be reasonably cheap to run. Come on, Auto Trader, load up. Okay, what else we got? Alfa Romeo GTV with the 3 litre V6. It's a nice looking thing, isn't it? I remember racing these on things like Gran Turismo and old games, Forza and stuff like that. I think they are front-wheel drive though, which is always sort of a slightly disappointing thing about Alphas. They have the looks, they have the engines, they have the interiors, but then they're often front-wheel drive, which kind of takes away from the kind of sporting aspirations. 220 horsepower. Okay, Honda Integra, 1.8 Type R, £10,000 for that, and it's nearly 150,000 miles. It shows how in demand those are. Maserati, 3200, 3.2 litre V8. This one's got non-standard wheels on, but yeah, that's a pretty cool car. Another Integra. This one much lower miles, but it's got some very dubious yellow paint on it. 323 Ci. Very low miles, look at that. 24,000 miles on a car that's 25 years old. Less than 1,000 miles a year on that. XKR, 2 Series, Porsche 911. Now, yeah, that is suspiciously cheap, isn't it? 911s do not normally come under 10 grand, but this one is very high miles and it's got this awful black bonnet thing going on. Black wheels as well. But still a 911 at the end of the day. I mean, it's a Carrera 4, so it's an all-wheel drive one. But yeah, I do think the 996 is a kind of looking good value. They're sort of so much cheaper than all the other 911s, and I guess because of the headlight design that is a bit different from other 911s. But I actually think the styling has grown on me over time. Right, what we got here? A CL55, 5.4 litre V8. Very nice. Honda Accord Coupe. Another 911. This one looks a bit more standard, clean and tidy. Low miles. I have to wonder why it's so cheap. It is a Tiptronic, which people tend to not like as much as the manuals, but still, that seems like a good deal, doesn't it? They're about 300 horsepower. They're pretty quick off the line because the weight's over the back wheels, and this one's all-wheel drive anyway. Yeah. Because it's old, it won't be in the super high tax bracket. Yeah, £415 a year. So yeah, I mean, that on the face of it looks like a good deal. Another CL, another XK8. Let's just keep going down. 350Z. Ooh, Maserati Coupe 4.2. So yeah, bit bigger engine, have a bit more power. This one's not that high miles either. But of course, it being a Maserati, it's going to be expensive to fix and to maintain, as well as obviously to run on petrol and whatnot. Another one there. Let's keep going. Ooh, Bentley Continental GT. Crikey. Could have some big bills with that, but heck of a car if it works. With that 6 litre W12 engine. There's another one. 6 Series 645. That's the 4.4 litre V8 with I think it's about 330 horsepower, something like that. I quite like them with those wheels. I think those wheels suit, they're unusual and they suit the kind of unusual styling that generation of 6 Series had. Okay. 330i CI Club Sport. Quite a sought after of the non-M BMWs. These things, quite sought after. 3.2 litre V6 DS3 Quattro Mark 1 TT. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Another 350Z. Another Maserati Coupe. All right, let's just keep going down, and we'll just stop if anything comes up. Another Bentley Continental GT. Another Club Sport. Another 3.2. And a 1.8 TT. Okay, let's just stop there. So here we've got an XK, but the newer shape with the Greenland shark face. If you know what a Greenland shark is, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, look it up. They can live like a crazy amount of time. Quite interesting animals. But yeah, apart from the Greenland shark face, they are quite nice looking cars. Nice shape. That's Cayman, Porsche Cayman. Where's that gone? Porsche Cayman. Great sports cars. Have just under 300 horsepower, mid-engined. So yeah, great sports cars. Another Bentley. Another Bentley. There's quite a few of them, isn't there? Another Cayman. Z4 Coupés. Another Cayman. They're good-looking cars, aren't they? These Z4 Coupés. They've really grown into their looks over time, and this one's, I like those wheels on it as well. I don't know if it would have come on those wheels or not, but yeah, very nice. Another XK. Another Continental. Another Cayman. More Z4s. Another Cayman. More Z4s. Another Cayman. XK. Just keep going until we find something different. Oh, look at this. Now this CL600 has the V12. So it's a massive 5.5 litre V12 with 517 brake horsepower. Wow. It's crazy, isn't it, what you can get for this budget? S5, Audi S5, 4.2 litre V8, about 350 horsepower. They didn't do this car for that long. They only did it for like 2 or 3 years, and then they replaced it with the V6, which obviously, was better on fuel, but doesn't have that same sound and character. So, yeah, those are quite good for the money, I reckon, in terms of a package. You get 4-wheel drive, you get a V8, you get nice looks, and you get decent Audi interior. Might not be, the best, most engaging car to drive on a B road, but I think that, there's got to be a compromise somewhere. Another S5. A 335 3 Series, they have over 300 horsepower, so pretty quick. But you could possibly even use it as a daily or a weekend car. It's kind of, you could be either or both with something like that. Obviously, you have to stay on top of the maintenance because it is, from 2007. But yeah, you could actually daily something like that. Another 350Z. Okay, now this is an XKR, the sort of newer shape XKR, not the 5 litre, which came later, but the 4.2 supercharged V8, 420 PS. So they're pretty quick, and they look good, don't they? They look good. Just those little subtle changes that you get with the R that make it look that much more purposeful. Very nice. Let's see if there's anything else. That's a lovely blue Z4 there. Another S5, another Cayman. See if we get anything different. More S5s. XKR. They say S, but I don't think that is an S. I think it's just an XKR. Don't think you get an XKR S at this price. Cayman. Now this is interesting. A 1 Series. It's right at the top of the budget. But a 135i, which is the 3 litre 1 Series Coupé, looks like it's on silly wheels, non-standard wheels, but yeah, I mean, that would be a quick little car that you could use as both a daily or a weekend car again. More nice looking Z4s, another XK, more Caymans. So yeah, you've got so much choice at this price point. It really is fantastic. Oh, look at this. This is the 5 litre that I mentioned earlier. So this is not an XKR, so you won't get the 5 litre XKR for this budget, I think, usually, but you can get a non-R in the 5 litre, which they, is one of the later engines that they put in. And I think they have about 300 high 300s horsepower. Yeah, 380 horsepower. So it's not an overstressed engine because it's not turbocharged or supercharged. It's naturally aspirated, and you'll get that lovely naturally aspirated V8 sound, and obviously you get the looks, and you get the quite a nice interior. Yeah, another 5 litre there. Right, now we're getting into the sort of 2010s, and you're probably going to see it become, there's another 5 litre there, you're going to see it become a bit more Audi, BMW, Mercedes kind of thing. Oh, look, here's an XK. I said you couldn't get one for the budget, but it seems that you can, with the proviso that it's a white car with black wheels with 121,000 miles for sale in Bradford. And it's, you see here, well below the market average. So you'd have to proceed with great caution if you were interested in this car. But yeah, 510 horsepower, supercharged 5 litre. So that's serious grunt. I mean, de-restricted, you would think that this car would be able to easily do 180, 190 miles an hour. Yeah, pretty serious grunt. I imagine they're pretty tail happy though. You have to be careful on a wet day. Yeah, so now it's getting more into the Audis, the German stuff, more sort of dailyable stuff as we get into cars which are more recent. There's a GT86, I think, somewhere. Yes, there we go. GT86. Good handling little cars. Not that fast in a straight line, but good handling, good looking, just sort of back to basic sports cars, really, aren't they? Yeah, so there you go. You've got a lot of options and some really quite interesting stuff at this price point. So let me know in the comments which one you would like, or if there's any cars that I've not found that you can get for this budget. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and obviously like if you've enjoyed the video. Cheers.